More than 500 delegates drawn from Eastern and Southern African countries are gathered in Victoria Falls for the 28th edition of the Archives Conference. This is a conference that looks into the issue of the importance of archives in a country's history. As President Mnangagwa took to the podium to officially open this conference, he spoke about the need for Africa to be able to tell its story.
The claim that we are truly an independent and sovereign continent, as well as masters of our own destiny, will be truly actualized when we close the information gap within our historiography. Africa has a duty to tell its story, recount our own history, and preserve our own culture, ourselves, supervised by ourselves, not by others. The narratives peddled from quarters external to the continent must be corrected. While all illegally transferred cultural artifacts must be returned to us, we are its rightful owners. It is pleasing, therefore, that as the continental leadership of Africa, we have the political will to push for the repatriation of our stolen or confiscated cultural artifacts and archives that can never be separated from our identity, our dignity, and our history. This conference must, therefore, heighten our legitimate demand for the Western world to return the artifacts and archives to us, their legitimate and the God-given honors.
In a world that thrives on keeping up with technological trends, President Mnangagwa mentioned the importance of using information technology in archiving the continent's history for the benefit of future generations.
As we embrace new technologies to open up our collections, I challenge you to use this conference to come up with additional innovative strategies to address the digital gap and security issues in a manner that is sustainable and beneficial to the continent. In doing so, be mindful that while technologies such as artificial intelligence offer numerous advantages, there are associated risks around this. This requires a paradigm shift among records practitioners, including updating legislation and policy frameworks in order to safeguard our archives for posterity.
President Mnangagwa commended the Eastern and Southern Africa Regional Branch of the International Council on Archives, ESARBICA, for the efforts it continues to put in place in establishing, maintaining, and strengthening cooperation among archivists.
Since its formation in 1969, it is pleasing that this body has made significant strides in establishing, maintaining, and strengthening cooperation among archivists. The role you all play in promoting the preservation of archival heritage, facilitating the use of archival materials, sponsoring professional training of archivists in the region is extremely commendable. Through your coordinated collection as well as preservation of both oral traditions and history, we are sure that future generations will continue to have factual and accurate archival records for their benefit.
President Mnangagwa said the media and academia must continue interrogating the issue of archives until it is brought to finality. The removal of archives from Africa has created major gaps in the continent's history, hence the combined efforts to address this challenge.